This is going to be my first test drive with my new solar panel. It's 400 watt and I've optimized new motors. So the old, they are very lightweight, so it's only 1 kilogram, so you can really have a lot of motors, spare motors, in case of anything. So this is going to be, it's super silent, so question will be how long they will stay that silent, but it's really great. So indeed this car could go faster than 6 kilometers per hour, because previously the noise was really not that nice. And so it's a cloudy day. Still solar panel is making, where is it, 1.4 amps. It's left up, so it's 30 volts, so it's 45 watts, so it's about 10%. It's at cloudy days. It's a lot of rain inside. Okay, and let's wait a big truck to pass by. Reset. So now it's a reset. That's the solar panel, and that's the motor. You have the amps of the motor. Here's the amps of the solar panel. Voltage of the battery. This is the total watt hours energy spent for driving and spent for solar. So when I'm making a stop, I turn off the electronics. That's why the solar energy is lower than the energy driven, because this cannot really be, because the last 600 kilometers I've driven with this car, I've never been at never charged it. So, well, a bit unsure. And that's really nice. So this is a noise that's absolutely okay for electric motor. And so it can be done that way. So it's 6 amp now, going a bit upwards, 5 amps, so it's 150 watt right now, solar panel. Okay, it's a 3 kilometer trip. Need some new bridges empty, and I want to start on a weekend with a new trip, 600 kilometers, so this is a test drive. It's the motor and the solar panel. Now it's flat, and so it's 2 amps, so 60 watts. I'm driving with 60 watt of energy. Solar panel is 0.6. And I've closed the door here. Here it's still open, so get a bit of air inside. And yeah, the left one is a bit louder, but when the sleeping bag is here, so it's really a big improvement over the last. So now it's going downhill. So we are making 3 amps, so 90 watt of energy back to the battery. The wall blinking is currently on, that's why it's displayed. Solar panel 0.8. It's up to 1 amp, and it's a bit of rain. But you see, when we are going so slowly, so it's 8 kilometers per hour now because it's going downhill. Nice. You see, if it were a bike, then you would never want to go downhill at 8 kilometers per hour, and you would go downhill at say 30 kilometers per hour. But at 30 kilometers per hour, the wind resistance would be so high that it would not really be worth to get the energy back. But when you are driving at 6 kilometers per hour anyway, and you are happy to go down at 8 km per hour and really make a lot of energy. As you can see, we are making about, I've right now spent about twice the amount of energy. So 25.3 watt hours of energy used and 12.3 watt hours on a rainy day. And when I'm at Lille and go shopping for half an hour, when I come back, I guess I've made more energy than I wasted on driving. This time I have two DC converters, one for each tire. And you see, last time I could not go uphill. I had to go outside and push, but with two separate DC stepper each, being able of making 14 amps. So right now you see we are making 10 amps, and it's about, let's say, 4 to 5% uphill. So 270 watt right now. And still it's quite silent. So the motor is really, that's a big improvement. Go left. Now it's going up downhill. That was super easy. See, this time I'm quite far more confident than before, because this vehicle already has made 600 kilometers, and I've also improved the steering. So that's always, because last time I have yet to see if it works, but last time every 5 kilometers I had to tune the steering, because I've four-wheel steering, so both axes are steerable, and so the wheels have to be in parallel, and so it was quite annoying to always tune it, and so this time it's a bit better. So I dream that once I have calibrated it perfectly, then it doesn't, you see, it's not shifting, it's bending and twisting, but it's not really falling apart. And so that's also something nice. Okay, now we have 28 watt hours spent and 16 watt hours gained, and so you see here, you see the recuperation. That's a green here. So it went downhill, that's the energy I got back, and the yellow is the energy I got from the sun, and the red is the energy I spent on the motor. And right now we have 0.3, I think that's the TFT display. And you see already 2.4 amps, and it's still very cloudy. So I can really dream that the solar panel is indeed a 400 watt panel. And I'm a bit unsure, because this time I put a finish that it's not reflecting, and so I'm not sure it was a good idea to make it's not exactly flat, but there are some pieces inside that cause the surface to be not to be flat, and these pieces of course may cause some damping of the solar energy. Also this time it goes inside, so I can I can turn the solar panel without going out. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm now for shopping. Bye bye. And now it's raining. Okay. Some more weight. Where is... These are 3D printed. That's what I mentioned already last time. So the planetary gearing, the housing is 3D printed, and was the only way for me to make it perfectly circular. And I guess it's still not perfect. So now you see here 53, as I said. So lots of solar energy. You see there was a bit of more sun when I was inside. But you see right now rain on top of the panel, and it's still is, let's say, 45 watt. Okay. And yeah, I wanted to go outside. So it's something I knew. The right motor, these very little screws to fasten the motor to the axis, is not yet with some glue, and so it gets loose every few hundred meters. And as I'm now going uphill, I want to check it before I go outside. Okay. And by now my car can drive backwards. That didn't sound that good. The second try. I mean, this is a test drive. So I can be quite happy if something goes wrong. I don't know. I did attach the screws, but maybe I did not put them in the right position. So only outside. So when it got loose, so the screws were immediately loose again. Okay, backwards. And forwards. So it's going uphill again, 4%. And this time with 20 kilogram more load. I think 20 amps is the maximum that I got before the motor stopped cooperating, making me stop and working on my computer. I had to be in the sun. But now with such a big solar panel, I can happily make the stop beside a wood, and so I'm in the shade and I will still have enough energy. Now it's 2 amps, 3 amps, back 4 amps. 5 amps, so 5 amps was the maximum before I used the brake to stop. Still nice. So 12 amps and now 6% upwards, so it's a steep descent. And lots of still 6 kilometers per hour, so really motor is very powerful. .5 amps. This is usually such a steep ascent where I go outside and let the car drive by itself. So that it doesn't have to carry my weight, and when it's going downhill then I go back inside. So that the energy that I have created when going upwards also is going back to the battery. But the most important thing for saving energy really is the big solar panel. It's now 1.8 amps at 27 volts, so it's still 50 watt. So solar panel still makes 100 watt is about what a human can make. And so half of the energy of a human now is still coming from the sun, even so there are trees upside and it's cloudy and rainy. So I'm eagerly waiting for a bright sunny day. But I think this car is ready to go for the next run. 600 kilometer trip. You see a 400 watt panel that's more powerful than a donkey. So you see, I had the dream of having 2 donkeys that would live with me and carry my home, but that's far more easy. Okay, now we are approaching the top of the hill. Still 11 amps. And now you see already 3 amps, so 100 watt solar energy. That's really great. So, some water. I had a bit of problem of the solar panel because this time I tried this honeycomb sandwich made of Kevlar and phenol parts, phenol resin, and people at the internet told me that 5mm thick sandwich would be enough, and I could not believe that. So I made a sandwich with 10mm, and it was still no way. I mean, the upper sheet of Kevlar and the lower sheet of carbon was perfect. So it was a sandwich with 10mm of this honeycomb and 140 gram aramid Kevlar on top, and 160 gram of carbon fibers below. And the top sheet of additionally was 150 gram of basalt fiber with the solar cells. Solar cells about 650 gram per square meter, and it's about 2 square meter. But no way. It's already the weight of the solar panel did bend the sandwich about 2 centimeters downwards. And you see, I really have to, it has to endure very heavy storms. So 50, 60 kilometers per hour, and then really burst when the wind, so it's really tough life outdoor all season. And so I made an additional frame with 15 millimeters to 50 millimeters carbon at the outside, and now it's really, it seems to be okay. So I will give it a try. And the other side, as I said, the basalt fiber and the solar, it gets screwed with 130 little screws onto the sandwich. I made it this way so I can later, because the solar cells are backside contacted, and so I can, if something it was a lot of work, and it's quite a bit of money invested in the solar cell, and so the last panel, it was really great, but in the last 500 kilometers there was a shortcut, it's a hotspot, something like that. So I had to make a shortcut to get the solar panel into action, and then it was still making its 130-40 watt, but I had to shortcut the 3 cells to make it work again, and so I like it when I can take it off the supporting structure, and when I can indeed later exchange a cell, you see, cut it out, put a new, and put a new battery with basalt fiber on the back. So that's why this time I prefer the way this is hundreds of little screws. Okay, now in a few meters we are leaving the biggest tree to go. So now it's not bright sunshine, but you see, at least you can see that there is a sun outside, and then it goes even to 4 amps or even 5 amps. Now approaching my solar warehouse. Oh, that was something not good. Something did block. Just a few meters before home. Thing was this motor. Yeah, the motor behind it's now freewheeling. So maybe something inside the planetary ring did block, and this here also. Wow, this is also freewheeling. And I guess now if I make power, no, this is okay here. It's again, the motor is no longer the axis, and here I cannot feel the back axis, but I can feel that the motor is sometimes still pushed a bit forward. So if maybe it's really only that I did not fix the motor to the axis with some glue. Something I would have to do anyway. And see, some screws are still missing, so every little thing here is going to get a screw. And this is it's okay. You see, they are a bit flexible, these sun power cells. And you see here, it's if a really hard storm, and maybe they get lifted a bit. This is a bus bar, and here's, so 1 minus is here. The 2 plus are in the middle, so I have to go through the sandwich. One is here. No, it's over there. That was the only way to. You see, I need 28 volt charging voltage, so I need an MPPT point. I think it's about 31.5. Already calculated with hot cells. And yeah. So you see 6 kilometers, trip 6 kilometers. And a steep descent and a heavy ascent with 30 to 40 kilogram more weight. At a rainy day with not that much sun, and still when I'm back home I nearly have the energy back into the battery there. And so yeah, that looks very good. I'm happy that I had the happiness to build a better solar panel. Also, you see now it may be less noisy when it's raining, when there's rain, because the raindrops no longer fall onto my roof. And also here the plastic was not absolutely waterproof, and so it was dropping a bit, but now with such a big panel, this is also something. And especially it's sun in summer, I will have a lot of shade when I'm traveling. And the only thing that's not so nice is that I no longer do any sports. It's the most easy way. You see, before that was really, I was proud that my life contains some exercise, and this stupid toy world where people work in an office all day long, and then at evenings they need a bike trainer or a jogging or fitness center to do some workout. And so I think that you should have a life where exercise is where the muscles of your body are a part of your life, and that's why I was quite happy with pulling this little home for the first 3 trips, so the first 2,000 kilometers. Had no motor, and it was winter time, and snow and cold, and I pulled it with my own muscles, and it was okay. But now you see, it's the last trip. I mean, it was summer, so on every river or every lake I jumped into to get a bit of, to wash myself a bit, and so then I could do a little bit of exercise and swimming. But that's something I'm not really that happy that. I think I gained weight, or 3 kilograms or something like that. So I of course this should become a pedelec. So 25 kilometers per hour with electric support is allowed in Germany for bicycles. And so, but right now, you see, I have to cycle myself, and so here there's no room, no place, a motor outside, and so this is not really made. You see, it has a fixed gear, so I think I could increase the the voltage, and then I could go up to 14, 15 kilometers per hour. But then it would get a little bit more noisy. But I already dreaming for motors inside the hubs, and so I have some ideas for to 3D print the housing again, and but this time really with neodymium magnets and with copper wires and everything doing myself. And that's why I first started with this simple approach, and I'm happy that I could really see that it does work. So if it would really be perfectly manufactured, then it could also be 25 kilometers per hour that way. But next step would really be to really make disc motors inside the hub of a wheel. And then, if I would like, you see now I have more than enough power to go faster than 6 kilometers per hour. And that's then indeed I might at least make a little generator where I cycle on a generator, creating some electricity. So it can be a pedelec, so under the law of Germany, to go as fast as 25 kilometers per hour. And of course, the final goal is to make a Kickstarter campaign and to make this really a 45 kilometer per hour a car. You see, that's this limit of 45 kilometers per hour, where it's like a small motorbike, and it's not really it's cheap for insurance, and that's something that I'm dreaming of. You see, this should not replace a car. It's never meant to be a place. It might look like a car. You see, and I have all the electric lights, and so that it's legal to go on the streets. But right now I need no license plate and no insurance, because it's only 6 kilometers per hour, and in Germany 6 kilometers per hour is not by definition a power Kraftfahrzeug, powered vehicle. But the final thing would be to run a Kickstarter campaign, and with something like that for, let's say, 2,000, 3,000 euro, a dollar, and then 45 kilometers per hour, and not the first car, not the second car, but maybe the third car. To go like to make the short distance for shopping, or the son or daughter for them to drive to school. See, when I was going to school, so I had a bike, and it was 8 kilometers every morning. Driving by bike 8 kilometers to school and 8 kilometers back. Yeah. So you see, I think nowadays with all the wealthy Western countries, all kids either drive themselves to school or get driven to school, and so wouldn't it? I think it would be more nice if the kids don't get a real car but something like 45 kilometers per hour with solar energy. So that's the final goal. And I still hope that this strange thing was only because these little screws, I have to glue them anyway, and so yeah. I'm ready for another 567 kilometers. Yeah, okay. Bye bye. My new solar panel. And yeah, this needs a new roof, but no happiness. And I also have a new design, would like to make this a solar roof too, so lots of cool projects here, but this is my most important home, and I'm happy that I really now have full power here. Okay, bye bye. Something very easy, nothing big happened, so I unscrewed it here. So you see here's shaft of the center motor, and here simply the planetary gearing. It got loose again. This was something already on the trip, so you see a bit of glue here. And in fact, I can be quite happy because I was not able to glue it in perfectly, and suddenly you see now it became loose and dropped down, and so the planets you see no longer having contact, and so motor irgendwie stopped working. This is something I can easily fix. And yeah, my walnut bomb. This broke off. It's really full of walnuts. I'm very happy. But the storm, sit down, this is black. I hope that these are not some insects. Someone might like to tell me. It's full, it's the best. You got several hundreds of walnuts. It got loose here, and then the storm bended. It did not break down, but it bended it. You may have seen some pictures of it. And here, these are some spiders that live underneath. And I would have to rip off all these leaves and burn them before they drop. Because when they drop, then the spiders go somewhere here and lay their eggs somewhere on the trees. But it's not killing the trees, so it's looking not that beautiful. But I can live with that. That's really something cool there. Whereas growing some food here really did not work, and the only thing that really grows is this you cannot get rid of it. It's once you have it, it's here. But the good thing is you can eat it. It's a bit sandy because it contains a lot of silica, whatever. And this here I have this kind of, is it efeu? Well, I think I've stopped trying to grow some real food, but for every meal I now make it gets a handful of this stuff. So I'm growing this Ackerhalm, or I don't know the German term, but yeah, now lots of food. But I think today it's Thursday, Friday. It's going to be a bit more. It's going to be sunny more sunny on the weekend. So I'm off, I guess, on the weekend. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.